Hey, what's up guys, my name is Benjamin Sopkin, and this is BS Anime, and I'm here to cover a manga series known as Cross Account, sometimes with the X in the middle, as you can see in the top right. So this is a relatively short manga. It has 28 chapters, or 32, I guess depending on where you read it. But overall, it's a pretty decent story, so I went ahead and cover it and put my opinions as well as discuss some of the problems with this. So if you go ahead and check on my anime list, this is given a 6.83 out of 10. So that's not a very impressive score. In fact, not that good. Well, this recently came out and recently finished. So maybe you're not familiar with this. And yes, there is no anime for this because well, it's brand new. So this is written by Tsuneshiro Date. Sorry if I said that wrong. And this might be found in Shonen Jump. So let's go ahead and talk about the main plot, because you need to understand that to understand the problems that might come up and why this only got a 6.83. So the main character is known as Tamadashi Dachi, and he's just a normal high schooler. You know what? Very typical, I guess, rom-com kind of storyline. We have a boring guy, black hair, simple uniform, and this is simple intro is normal. Then we learned that his nickname is Mugai-kun, or Mugai meaning harmless, so he's often known as Mr. Harmless if you read the English version. And he often hates that because a lot of girls don't treat him as a proper guy. We know that he's very antisocial, as shown through this on the left scene, and I don't know, it's kind of, he's just like a typical loser, I guess, and no one really respects, especially the girls. So then this girl comes up and she introduces herself. She is Takamine Mao, and she is the childhood friend of this guy. In stark contrast, she is not a loser. She is very popular, but she's very unaware of that. She's super athletic, and basically every guy would love to get to be her boyfriend. And since she's his childhood friend, she often doesn't respect him and messes around with him all the time, and that really bothers him a lot. And the reason why this is called Cross Account is because this guy was very antisocial, but only in school. He's very talkative, and he's very up forward with his feelings when he goes to his social media account, which he's probably very negative, very opposite of being Mr. Harmless. And this will get him connected to what is known as Satsuki Nanoka-san. So Nanoka is his super idol that he adores and basically everyone adores, and we'll get to learn about a little more of that later. There's one thing I just want to talk about when we look at the cover in a second. When I look at the hands of the guy, the proportions are all wrong. It's not that very important, but I just wanted to say that. Getting back to the story, so he's known to have this social media account known as Yugai-kun, where he just goes trash talks all the time and complains about just basically everything. We also have Balka come up all the time as well, which she, basically you get to learn as she likes him, no surprise to typical rom-com or that kind of romance kind of story, and she basically is Cinderella, whatever you want to say. I mean, as you can see through the scene, that's what she is. But the importance of the social media account is that he gets connected with her, and then we kind of see this love triangle formation happening. So Naoki is basically the typical idol that is just always perfect. But so she goes on following this Yugai-kun, which he ends up having about 3,000 followers, which I guess I shouldn't really I think that's a little, but I guess I'm a little worse, so I guess I won't bash him for that. But she ends up connecting with him, and she ends up slowly becoming like this guy. And well, in all reality, there's a reason why is because she's able to connect with him a lot, because she kind of hides her true self, and when she comes home, her true self comes out, and she becomes this otaku-like character, much like Himoto. As you know, as she comes home, she becomes this smaller version to the right. So she often tries to hide behind this shell of her, and she often gets to talk to Yugai because she really relates to him. And one thing that she does not know is that he is a really big fan of Nanoka. And this comes as a shock to her because she is Nanoka. And she is talking to this guy who basically idolized her. As you can see, he has a poster of her in the background. So this comes as a really big shock, and you can see how this becomes an important part of the plot. So the rest is for you to read, but one thing I want to talk about is another scene which I feel is very cliche, is that they have a camping field trip, and the guys end up going and having a camping field trip, and surprise, there is a spa, and you know what the guys want to do. This happens all the time. So overall, we get this kind of this love triangle between the guy with the childhood friend and basically the idol, the person he idolizes a lot. And this kind of storyline is very cliche, and you can see that's a lot of people do comment on that and saying that that kind of annoys them because it's not very unique in that sense. But I guess the main point is that it's about the social media connections or the accounts. That's why it's called cross account, but it's not really enough. And it is a short series. It's only 28 chapters, so it doesn't really get prolongated too much, and there's really no room for filler for there. And I don't know, yeah, but for something that's really that short, I feel like it shouldn't be that cliche. It shouldn't have all the cliche characters and the plots and all the locations you're gonna go to, and that really detracts from the potential of the story. Granted, I still enjoyed reading it, and it was only 20 chapters, so there wasn't really enough time for me to get bored of it. But you know, I guess there's something lacking there. It's not something that would be eye-opening or something that really leaves a mark on you. But then again, it's up to you guys to read. It's really short, so I go ahead and recommend reading it because it won't take you that much time to finish it. And if this kind of storyline sounds interesting, I guess go ahead and read it and let me know how you guys feel. If you already have read it, please let me know how you feel in the comments. And if you haven't, but at least you watch the video, just let me know how you feel about these kind of cliche stories. Is this kind of cliche acceptable to you? Are you going to read it? Or do you like this kind of cliches? Or do you absolutely hate these kind of cliches that occur? You feel like this isn't really that cliche? I don't know. Whatever you guys have to say, let me know in the comments. And hopefully I'll be able to cover more anime manga like this. So I'll catch you guys soon.